I don't know what the big deal is about the fact that Caitlin is getting a lot of love. She deserves that, and she's helped change this game just as a lot of other players have. But it is what it is. And I think that we are all benefiting from the effects that she's had on the game. And I just appreciate the way.
It's a standout moment in women's basketball when a Hall of Famer graces a podcast and offers more depth than any post-championship interview. Lisa Leslie didn't just support Caitlin Clark. She delivered a lesson in grace, insight, and humility. In doing so, she gave Angel Reese a teaching moment of her own, while thousands of listeners watched one of the most elegant and influential responses in podcast history.
On season 2, what's some advice that you would give for me?
Season 2, I can't wait to work with you some more. The biggest advice I have for you is going to be how you shoot your layups.
When asked for advice for season 2, Lisa Leslie's response was both simple and profound. It's all about how you finish at the rim. While the internet buzzed with the Clark versus Reese drama, turning it into a rivalry worthy of a blockbuster movie, Leslie took a different route. She didn't pick sides, she elevated the discussion. One moment, she's recognizing Caitlin Clark's game-changing influence on the league. And the next, she's offering Angel Reese a kind of mentorship that goes beyond what's taught on the court. This wasn't about fueling controversy, it was about fostering growth. And let's face it, someone had to speak up.
She literally got called out for missing layups. I mean, on her own damn show.
Let's take a step back. For months, it seemed like Caitlin Clark couldn't make a move without a WNBA veteran throwing subtle jabs her way. Whether it was through passive-aggressive comments, cold stares, or even rough play on the court. From jealous tweets to hard fouls, it was clear not everyone was ready to embrace her. So when Lisa Leslie, one of the true trailblazers of the WNBA, stepped up and said, "Actually, Caitlin's doing everything right," it hit like a game-winning shot at the buzzer.
You want to see more WNBA people saying this, and it's just so up.
This wasn't just another opinion from the sidelines. This was Lisa Leslie, a pioneer who helped build the WNBA, who was dunking long before it became a highlight reel staple, and who knows exactly what it takes to elevate a league.
And that when one player eats, we all eat. And as we all get more opportunities, it just opens it up for everyone else. And I think Caitlin has said that even herself in certain interviews. And I love that. I love that she's not the player who's like, it's all about her. It's not. She's giving love and homage to those of us that have come before her. She shares the wealth with her teammates, and she doesn't have to do that. So I just don't, again, I don't know what the big deal is about the fact that Caitlin is getting a lot of love. She deserves that, and she's helped change this.
And Lisa didn't just say Caitlin Clark is good. She emphasized the how, not just the stats. She highlighted Clark's humility and her genuine respect for the legends who paved the way. In a league where some act like they invented the crossover, Clark's appreciation for the game's history shines through. Lisa made sure everyone heard that loud and clear. She essentially asked, "Are you even paying attention?" Because while some are busy complaining about media coverage, Caitlin is out here honoring the pioneers.
A competitor, she's a trash talker. She makes players around her better. She's exciting to watch, and quite frankly, I've missed seeing her. Being at Unrivaled, I wish that she was there. I've missed seeing her play, so I really look forward to seeing her back out there. But as I do all of the WNBA players, we are really watching a very exciting level of basketball.
But let's talk about the real turning point, the moment that left everyone speechless. Lisa Leslie didn't just defend from afar. She took the conversation straight to Angel Reese. On Reese's own podcast, in a space where Angel had control over the mic and the edit button, Leslie switched to full truth-teller mode. And what did she do? She looked Reese right in the eye and called out her biggest weakness, those missed layups.
The biggest advice I have for you is going to be how you shoot your layups, period. We're going to fix that. Yeah. That's fixable for you. And I think that's probably the biggest. I think your shot from the outside is improving. I love that your ball handling is good. Your defense is improving.
Let's take a moment to appreciate what just happened. You invite a legend onto your show, expecting some talk about legacy, maybe a few laughs, and that empowering girl power energy. Instead, you get your finishing struggles laid out like dirty laundry in front of thousands of listeners. It wasn't cruel. It wasn't petty. It was honest. And honestly, it was the kind of tough love coaching moment that Angel Reese might not get anywhere else.
Game where she literally needs to put up like 300 shots a day. And I'm not kidding. Like 200 or 300 shots a day, and that's missed layups. She's 6'3" or 6'4", can't hit a layup to save her life. And literal videos have went mega viral of just her missing layups in game.
Lisa didn't drag Reese, she taught her. And that's what makes her such a force in the game. She didn't embarrass Angel. She lifted her by speaking the truth. It was like a Hall of Famer pulling a struggling rookie aside and saying, "You've got the tools, but your fundamentals need work." If Angel's wise, she'll see it for what it truly is, a gift.
You got to go out there and prove yourselves. And listen, are we going to get upset about 5, 6, 10 games less on television or not? I don't think we should. We have access to find these games now in a way that we never had before. And we have to appreciate that, and all these platforms that support the.
What Lisa understands better than anyone in the league is that everyone benefits when the stars rise. And Caitlin Clark? She's not just rising, she's skyrocketing. Leslie made it clear that Clark's visibility isn't a threat to the veterans. It's a rising tide. More eyes on the league bring more money, more coverage, more seats filled, and, most importantly, it creates a future where both newcomers and veterans get paid what they deserve. Leslie even addressed the drama surrounding Clark's TV time head-on, making sure everyone understood the bigger picture.
Stephen A. Smith had a very interesting discourse with Fee recently over the number of games the Fever broadcasted this season compared to other teams who have also got stars on them. So I'm curious what you make of W's decision to lean into highlighting its stars.
While players like Reese and others grumbled about how many national games Caitlin Clark's team gets, Lisa Leslie broke it down like a seasoned professor. "When one of us eats, we all eat," she said. In other words, if you're frustrated about TV slots, you should be thanking Clark for bringing in the audience and boosting the whole league.
I think it's all about money, marketing, and we cannot deny what Caitlin Clark has done for the women's game. I'm not going to act like it's something that we don't see. She's had a huge effect. Call it the Caitlin Clark effect. Yes, have we ever had teams have to get into larger arenas to play against a team? No, we have not. So if we have more eyeballs on the game and Caitlin Clark brings that, why would we feel some kind of way because she has more television games?
Lisa Leslie would likely see Caitlin Clark's success as a testament to her talent and impact, regardless of whether she wins a national championship. For Leslie, championships don't define greatness. It's about influence, skill, and consistency.
Where would you rank her amongst all-time college players, in your opinion?
Ooh, that's tough because you got to win one. I feel like that college is one of those spaces where you got to even have your name in the conversation. And it took me 3 years to win mine, so it's.
Well, guess what? Lisa Leslie clapped back on that too.
Do you think winning an NCAA championship is needed for that eventual GOAT conversation, greatest of all time status?
Absolutely not. I didn't win an NCAA championship. I was National Player of the Year. I won all of the individual awards, but sometimes, it's very hard to win a national championship, regardless of how much people talk about it. Like, oh, you have to have it. It is one of the hardest things to do in a tournament where you have so many games and you're trying to get there. So yeah, shout out to all of the players who were able to win national championships, but it doesn't make a player who didn't win a national championship any less of an amazing individual player and the possibility to be in the talks of being a GOAT.
Then came the line that sealed it all. Lisa Leslie said Caitlin Clark deserves it all. The attention, the endorsements, the hype, because she's changing the game. And coming from someone who literally changed the game herself, that's not hype, it's a coronation.
Listen, Caitlin, I am so thankful for her. I'm thankful for all of these women and where this game is. And we have to step back and see the big picture and how it's impacting all.